party for the releasing of the album. And you know, in the kitchen I've seen a very strange guy with dark clothes. And he was there and he said, yeah, but you know, air is awful, you know, that's very nice music, there is nothing in it, very artificial. It's better to listen contemporary music or punk music.
Ouais, tu vas bien, tu m'en es en Moi, sinon, c'est pas grave. C'est pour les gens, à mon avis.
Ouais, non, mais
ça choquera moins si tu vas le faire en sac.
Moi, c'est... Yeah. Is it the same bus?
Yeah.
It's the same bus. I don't know the bus.
Yeah. We're missing someone.
We're missing JB.
Rogers in the dressing room. Someone beside me, maybe it was
Is it not all working?
one of the roadies from the crew were there, so I stopped it. Got them to bed?
Yeah.
I don't, yes, you.
Big red.
No.
You're little red.
So then,
Still need too long.
one hour after, again, I went out, the bus stopped, no Louis, I stopped it.
Did the flashing go
It
off?
didn't go. It just kind of came in the
There
photo.
might be a lot of light anyways.
Oh, it's
We're
lit up.
No, for the keynote.
No, it's still not. Did it go? Still not working.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Is it time to spank JB yet, or no?
Our ceremonial pre-show spanking.
We decided it'd be good luck.
Every night. Come here, you.
I dyed my hair blue and a long time ago, and used to listen to like Hole and Nirvana when grunge was like, the big thing, and it gives you a chance to like really do anything and have an excuse for it to say you're rebelling, and that rock and roll definitely fuels that fire.
À des moments assez critiques, ça m'a remonté le moral un peu la musique. Ouais.
Yeah, I like music a lot, especially if it's a good music.
And that's what the brilliant thing about music is, isn't it? It's that you can listen to something in one mood and feel completely one thing, and then feel completely depressed listening to the same piece of music another day, you know.
Mon identité propre, non, mais ma vie d'une certaine manière, disons que je m'en sers pour adoucir un peu, pour me calmer le soir après le travail quand je suis trop stressé.
Bah, j'écoute pas beaucoup de musique, je suis très télé. Je regarde beaucoup la télé.
I'm one of those people that thinks like music is like the most important thing in the world, and it like shapes who you are.
Just in sometimes when you hear music and that, and you reminds you of stuff, and Air does that a lot for this summer. We played the album all summer, like in the garden and that.
Music has never changed an idea who I am, definitely not.
Comment est-ce que la musique a changé ton idée et ta perception de toi-même?
Bah, Je sais pas. Ah non. Ah non.
Ah non, pas du tout. Pas du tout.
Si demain vous étiez sourd, ça vous gênerait pas?
Si. Si quand même, mais bon.
Non, mais pas à cause de la musique.
I hope so. Just do not disturb my meditation. He's not answering his phone.
Night Shark.
Your film crew.
Ça va? Oh yeah. Did you drink? Yeah.
Sure, it's interesting for the...
Oh yeah. It's
My head will explode.
yeah. So you don't want to get up and talk about politics and life?
No. Oh my god. I have a photo session in 1 hour.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I dreamed of it last night, and I thought I was listening to it in the crew taking the equipment out of the room or something like that. And that song was playing. There was a Moog bass, and I was listening to it, and I think after I was very sad because I would like to write something like that. But in fact, I don't know the song. It's a song I haven't seen. But the dream make it beautiful. I'm sure it was a real one, in fact.
Was it a song that you invented in your dream?
Yeah, one day I did that. I do often that. A lot of musicians are doing that. But you know, dreams are making the things beautiful. Like when you're making love in your dreams, it's always better, I know.
I always describe this band to people who don't know them as really intense, well-produced and arranged elevator music. And to me, that's a compliment, because they're masterful arrangers. They are both hideously romantic, and it's in their writing. He appreciates what drew me to music, because I'm not a lyricist. I left that to the other guys. I was fascinated by how harmony affects your body. And, you know, I grew up Catholic, so my mom convinced me I shouldn't try drugs, so I had to find another one. And it was when these chords come together and make you feel a certain way. And that's what their record does, because Nicholas really understands how to affect people with harmony.
I don't know, I just think that it changed me, so what everybody else.
I think it has an effect, mostly on the younger generation. Older people just listen to it to relax themselves or whatever they want out of it. But the younger people, they really absorb the lyrics and they live it out sometimes.
I think it makes people get in touch with emotions that they normally don't get in touch with.
Music makes people happy. People are easy to deal with, and it brings people closer together. Like, you see people at a show that you maybe wouldn't see together on the street, and everyone's getting along, so it's good.
I think music from a couple generations ago had more of an impact than music today does, because lyrics meant more, I think.
Especially nowadays. I think it's people connect very close to, are very connected to music.
Yeah. I have a buzz on vocoder book.
Ça va, mec? Ouais, crevé. We made some mistakes, but I'm not gonna share. Next time we have a day off, you know? Were you popular in high school?
What?
Were you popular in high school? Like when you were young? Did people like you? Were you popular?
In the past or in the future?
In the past. When you were like 16 years old.
No,
At school.
No, I was not. I was very discreet. Very discreet.
Were you shy?
Yeah, very shy, and but people were staring at me because I had a sort of a punk look, you know. I was not like the others because I was living in Versailles, and in Versailles, you know, everybody is very clean and everything. And I was a big fan of some bands like The Cure or The Stooges at the beginning. And so we were very apart from the others.
With Nicola too?
Yeah, in fact, first I went into a high school, you know, into a very good level school, and it was very Versailles people. I didn't like it. I was very shy and very, you know, very apart. I had maybe 3 friends and that's all. And after I went into this more popular college with Nicolas, and they had some normal people, you know. I mean, some people from the suburbs, people from suburbs of Versailles, so quite poor area. So I felt better, and we began to, you know, to talk with Nicolas and some other guys, plenty of people interested in music. And so at this time we begin to form some bands and to rehearse together and to exchange some records and to go to see the same movies and to get dressed more and more like a sort of a new wave punk attitude, things like that. We discovered some very interesting substance too. Just the beginning of that.
Yeah.
Entertainment? If you know putting any limit, yeah, it can be very dangerous. You have to know when to stop. Can we meet the band?
All we ask for is music to dream to, and air delivered the sparkling, wide-eyed melodies right on cue. This week, the Paris-based duo present their much-awaited live shows following the massive success of their Moon Safari album early this year. The image of shy-looking Nicolas and Jean Benoit on the road is an intriguing one. I'm picturing a tour bus recklessly strewn with Atari consoles and coloring books. There's always a suspicion surrounding such hyped events, but Air seem equipped to counter fears about an anticlimax backed by the suitably native Mook cookbook. And Moon Safari is one of 98's finest album and perfect anti-reality check. Watch the stars.
Pretty good.
Did you understand something of what I said?
We might have to have little subtitles.
Okay. Please don't show that to my English teacher.
What do you think of McDonald's?
Est-ce que vous passez de McDonald's?
Oui, je suis bon.
Good.
What's his favorite meal?
Vous avez un plat préféré?
Oui, si vous voulez, le plat de poisson, quoi.
I don't like to go there. It tastes like plastic.
Exactly. Oh, they have good
Oh yeah, something new now. Yeah, that's maybe the only
ice
like.
cream. That's good. The McFlurry.
McFlurry, yeah, it's like ice cream with M&M.
They crush it.
Delicious. You should try it.
I never eat there. They have the new McVeggie burger.
You tried it?
Yes, I have. It is wonderful.
Ça permet de manger rapidement, mais autrement c'est pas très bon.
J'aime bien le filet aux fiches parce que ça se digère mieux que le reste.
No, we're vegan. Vegan, sorry.
C'est bien, très bon rapport qualité-prix. On mange bien et vite.
It's pretty good.
Too
Like to
many
eat
of
there.
them.
I don't like it.
I can't eat too much of it at once.
J'adore ça.
Love it. C'est quoi ton McDo préféré?
En ce moment, c'est j'ai perdu le nom, merde, avec de la moutarde.
À nouveau?
Ouais. Non, avec les potatoes. Le McDrive,
Ah,
non.
Deluxe.
Le McDeluxe.
McDeluxe. Well, this one's
Big ass.
I've always been afraid of
It might be better to do that way. So the same.
It's just like
I saw Michelle with us and he said that was good.
Ouais.
Yeah.
no, not at all.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Money's the vehicle to success, man. You know?
Personal integrity is way more important, but money's good.
Assez. C'est pas le plus important, mais c'est assez important.
It's quite important.
I'd rather be like starving for food in a studio apartment and like be like making films and stuff like that instead of like working in corporate, awful, ugly, dreary world.
It's tough. I mean, most nights we basically don't have a hotel. There's this big bus with 14 beds on it. So after the show, we sit around for 4 hours waiting for them to pack the gear and get everything done. And no one really feels like sleeping at that point, but you can't go anywhere because the bus is going to leave. So, and it's late and everything's closed.
Right.
So you can get food, you're lucky.
Right.
And then you get on the bus and try to sleep and wake up in the morning in the next city outside the next club.
Yeah.
You wait till they open the club and you go inside and sit around and maybe walk around town for a bit.
Yeah.
So.
Describe the differences between Nicholas and JB.
Nicholas is taller. JB's much shorter.
Thinner.
And it's interesting. They're very similar and very different in a lot of ways.
How are they different than like other musicians you work with? Are they different?
They dress in white.
They explain things in like very sort of poetic terms.
When JB talks about playing a certain keyboard part, he goes, "When I play it, it makes me feel as to fly." You know, he describes things that way, so it works really.
Tonight after the show, he told Justin, he said, the bass, it was like a beautiful carpet. Well, most musicians that I've worked with are more like play it right, and the right way to play it is to execute it perfectly. And but with them, it's you can kind of play whatever. I mean, you could improvise it as long as it feels. You know?
Yeah.
JB is really mildly sexual person, but if you get him talking, he's like the sexiest motherfucker you could like, you know, he's like sex, man. He's like, oh man, I would totally turn gay for him. Nicola, I don't see him as a very sexual person, but then as I get to know him as well, there's something about him, you know, you just want to like sort of grab
Pop him in the head.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
You're saying something more about you than about them.
Yes, my sweet.
What animal would you be?
Oh, does a pixie count as an animal?
Okay.
Because I am a pixie.
One of the cat family, I hope.
Un chien, parce que j'ai un grand nez. Et je pense qu'avec les cheveux comme ça fait très chien.
A whale.
Un furet.
I would be a fish.
Yeah.
No. I would be a dog, sorry.
I'd be a snake, man. I would definitely be a snake. Get around, you know?
I think I would be a dolphin just because they're because they're like really social and playful, and they and family's really important to them, and they stick together.
Un oiseau, une mouette.
Probably a lion.
Si j'étais un animal, j'adore les perroquets, alors peut-être un perroquet.
Can you introduce yourselves, like individually, say your names and then the fact that you're in air and what you do, please?
So I am JB. I am a musician from Earth.
I'm...
Sorry.
Okay.
Right.
Do it again? Both of us?
Yeah, both of you, like one and the other.
Hello, I am JB and I am here. I have I'll do it again. Hello, I'm JB and I am a musician of Earth.
Hello, I'm Nicolas and I'm following JB everywhere he goes.
This is JB and this is Nicola from Air. Have I got it right? Yeah. Have I pronounced it properly?
Oh yeah, fine.
Right, your music seems to be extremely popular in Europe and especially in the UK. Is it as popular in France or?
Can you tell us what role each of you plays in the band and what else you contribute, like musically and otherwise?
Now, this is your first live tour, isn't it? So how's it been going so far? What's the reaction been?
Sorry?
It's a 90s phenomenon, air rage. You know how you get road rage, you know, that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Road rage, people go mad on the roads and kill people in cars. Well, now it's the latest version of that is actually air rage.
Okay.
People go mad in the sky.
Yeah.
So you're going straight into your next single, which is All I Need. Tell me about it. What's it all about?
Can you tell us about the video? Like, who are the couple in it? Are they actors? Where did you find them? Or
Do you get nervous before you go on stage?
what else has Beth Hirsch done? Where did you find her?
So what do you think she brings to Air's music? What difference does she bring?
Now, Beck's backing group are playing with you, right?
No, it's not exactly that.
Beck's backing band performed with you on this tour.
And who has been your biggest musical influence, and which of their tracks is the most impressive?
Which our track is the most impressive?
Yeah, who has been your biggest musical influence, and which of their tracks is the most impressive?
Okay.
What records are you listening to at the moment? When you were growing up, did you have posters of pop stars on your walls, and who were you into? Who did you aspire to be?
Pamela Anderson, I had big posters in my bedroom. Pamela Anderson? Okay, my French accent is not so good.
What's your favourite music video? If you were each granted 3 wishes, what would you wish for? So what was the first record you ever bought? Question.
Maybe Robin Hood by Walt Disney.
And we're also doing a thing on World AIDS Day, which is on the 1st of December. Do you have any sort of safe sex message
Safe
you'd
sex?
give to the kids? Yeah.
Safe sex message?
Yeah.
What do you mean safe sex?
Like, say, you know.
You mean no
something-
penetration?
So could you kind of do an MP to say, thanks for, you're watching Bites, it's called Bite Size.
By side?
Bite Size.
Bike?
Bite.
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 B-I-T?
Yeah, B-I-T-E, like you're watching,
Yeah, okay, like-
thanks for watching Air on Bite Size MTV, you're about to see my latest video.
I mean, bite
All I
in French
Need.
is a dick. So it's very funny for us to say that.
Y verra-t-on un symbole? Il y a quelques jours, le magazine Time Out New York
s'ouvrait par une page qui présentait les concerts d'Air le 23 octobre comme l'événement musical de la semaine et se refermait par un entretien avec Charles Aznavour, le Frank Sinatra of France, en spectacle pendant près d'un mois à Broadway. 2 générations de Frenchies réunies à Manhattan par le succès. Au Marquis Theater, Aznavour triomphe devant une bourgeoisie francophile d'âge mûr. Quelques centaines de mètres plus loin, le jeune duo versaillais, formé par Jean-Benoît Dinkel et Nicolas Godin, a vendu depuis plusieurs semaines les 1700 places disponibles du Town Hall à la jeunesse branchée de la Big Apple. Aux États-Unis, comme en Grande-Bretagne, l'engouement critique suscité par le premier album d'Air, Moon Safari, vendu outre-Atlantique à 100 000 exemplaires, et sa pop électronique ne se dément pas.
The right place. Maybe we can play Kelly, and then Le Soleil. To replace La Femme by Le Soleil in the.
Ah, that's a good idea. Let's do that.
Look. The beginning is always too slow.
More like- I
People don't
agree,
understand
more
why
like-
at Le Soleil we do a slow song like that. Maybe it's the beginning of the show, you know.
Yeah. Right. And it's probably not so great to have these two together anyways. Spread them out.
Is it time?
Oh, yes, please. Is there a gig?
Is everybody dressed?
We're making a movie.
Waiting on Nicola getting dressed.
We're busy making a movie.
That's from Premier Symptoms.
That's Premier Symptom. Oh.
Is it?
What song is it? I thought it was Talisman. But
Is it?
But it's not.
How's it go again?
Yeah.
I love the new song when it starts out with just JB.
Oh, wait, no. Oh, yeah, that's the one where Roger comes in.
Yeah, It's so, isn't it kind of prog rock?
It's so, I mean, dude, Roger came on stage and he was like, this is his prog rock, it's just gonna get. And he went, he was like, I was really into it. I was like, their music is like air. It's very ethereal. It has a lot of space. It's based with the analog synth sound, and it's very reminiscent of like late '60s, early '70s French sci-fi movie soundtracks or something like that.
What do I pay?
Hey, tonight.
In concert, however, the group shifted toward rock flamboyance and a neo-1970s campiness. Air's songs and instrumentals hark back to Pink Floyd's unhurried majesty, to the serenity of Ennio Morricone's soundtracks, and to the subdued bluesiness of some 1970s pop jazz. On stage, however, it let some songs grow more pushy, with Mr. Dunkel strumming fuzz-toned guitar chords and Roger Manning letting loose showy synthesizer filigrees on the verge of progressive rock noodling.
I like it though. Yours I like, but the rest.
Il faut être, je crois, dans le danger de l'animation. C'est pas vraiment l'effet,
Ouais.
c'est la meilleure chose que j'ai enregistrée.
Like I like them, but I know that.
Oh yeah.
Every time you go.
Give Wild, give Wild. Spandau.
You wrote that?
Duran.
Oh wait, I do.
The real beginning was my brother.
Yeah, it was a retro weekend.
Bought me a 4-track recorder when I was 16.
Yeah.
I had one 4-track and one mic, so I started making music on it.
Yeah.
It was one of my best souvenirs. I really miss this time. And
So how do you fit into like the commercial world of record companies and being in a band?
It's very hard because it puts a lot of pressure on us, and there's so many. Being popular, I think. I don't know if I listen personally to a lot of popular records. Personally, if you go to my discotheque, the music I love is not popular. I mean, it's popular, but it's not huge. If I listen to Sly Stone, if I listen, I mean, even even the Beatles, I prefer the songs will not be a hit. You know, I don't like Yellow Submarine. I don't like Yesterday. I don't like Let It Be. I don't like Imagine of John Lennon. You know, I think my personal taste goes not through popular music. So I would like to make music who go in that way in my taste. So when we did Sexy Boy, we wanted to do a song very strange and very you know, not seen, you know, makes people uncomfortable, you know, like in Twin Peaks when you see the little guy dancing, you know, and or the girl was singing with his voice, and so we did strange voice like that, out of tune, and we wanted to do something very weird, and in fact it became a hit. You know what I mean?
Don't step on here.
Okay.
Okay. Your mic is in. Hold on. Boom, back. Okay, good.
Hi, man. Bonjour. Welcome to our gypsy mess.
Is this a special place, do you think, for them?
Ici, c'est clair que c'est vraiment un lieu spécifique parce qu'on est vraiment retiré de Paris. Donc personne n'est là pour les emmerder. Et puis, je crois que le contexte leur permet vraiment de s'inspirer de tout ce qu'il y a autour, la nature, le silence. On est dans un studio, dans un ancien studio délabré, et il y a un son très très mat qui est vraiment intéressant à exploiter. Ils sont vraiment retirés, et je crois que c'est ce qu'ils recherchent avant tout. Et ce qui a fait un album d'ailleurs aussi calme. Il n'y a pas de règles. Nicolas et Jean-Benoît, ils travaillent soit ensemble, soit séparément. Et je crois qu'il y a une vraie complémentarité entre eux. C'est-à-dire que Nicolas peut commencer un morceau et Jean-Benoît peut arriver le soir, travailler très très tard et compléter ce morceau par de vraies touches personnelles. Et Nicolas repasse par-dessus. Et au final, ça donne un album qui est pas trop mal finalement.
Ok, alors est-ce que vous connaissez le groupe R et quel genre de musique font-ils?
Non, pas du tout. Ça me dit rien du tout. À mon avis, ça doit être un genre de groupe de musique genre disco, années 70, début des années 80.
Justement, je connais pas, je demande qu'à connaître.
Vous connaissez le groupe R, est-ce que vous pouvez nous décrire le genre de musique qu'ils font?
Pas du tout.
Ça connaît?
Non.
Le soleil est près de moi. Le soleil est près de moi. Le soleil est près de moi. Le soleil est près de moi.
It's no use denying. Many times I've tried. Love has never felt as good.
Là, ça devient sérieux, hein, ce que vous me posez comme question. J'ai peur de ne pas savoir répondre.
I'd hope it was, but I think you've got to take quite a lot of sacrifices to do it that way. I mean, there's a lot of restrictions that are put on people, like by money and society in that sense, and to actually get outside of money would be, well, now and impossible, unless you could create another community outside. But yeah, it's something I'd like to do.
Non. Bah, c'est difficile. Pourquoi? Bah, parce que si c'est possible, mais c'est pas bien, parce que comment ils gagnent de l'argent ces gens-là? Comment?
Oh, it's hard to say since outside of the mainstream is a stream by itself.
What, outside of New York City?
Even hippism, which like was aimed to be totally out of mainstream, is like now getting sort of mainstream.
Yeah, I don't know. I believe that, you know, there's always an underground scene, and as much as possible stick onto it because, you know, at least you know what's really going on.
Bah, c'est difficile quand même de vivre, c'est assez difficile quand même. Maintenant, il faut être dans le moule si on veut être accepté. Mais bon,
on peut être en marge justement en écoutant grâce à la musique, voilà.
Paris, what are people's impression of air? What do people think of air, do you think?
It was very trendy, you know, everybody was speaking about air. A lot of people really liked the previous 12 inches. So everybody was waiting for the LP.
Yeah.
And when the LP was out, you know, a lot of people know they got a lot of money for it and they got a lot of time. And the big trouble was the interviews, very pretentious. Even if they're not pretentious in life, I think, but there was 2 interviews, one a very famous TV magazine. I read that one, it was very pretentious. And when people really listen to the LP, a lot of people buy it and was very deceived because it was too mellow, you know, really mellow, not very catchy. And the previous 12 inches and the first stuff, it was very much more catchy and maybe more, I don't know, can't say, but more magic somewhere.
What does it mean to like French people?
It seems to be very hard for them to accept that all the French people are thinking that Nicolas and Jean-Bonnet from Air are rich people. And you know, Versailles is the castle of Versailles. It's a specific area in France. And it means royalty and a lot of things. So when we speak about north suburb in Paris, it's rap. When we think about Versailles, it's Air.
And is Air like a rich royal band?
Not now, but maybe one day. I hope so. No, but it's not the most important, you know?
Yeah.
The most important is to create and that people appreciate your music.
And what do you think of all the success they've had?
They deserve it.
Do you think they've been hyped a little bit, or?
Yes, it's. I think they have so French kitsch influences, which are not understood in France, but which are very cool outside France.
Yeah.
And so wait, the French people don't understand some of the references?
Maybe they don't understand them too much, you know. Maybe it's too familiar for them, and also very typical from France.
What do you think people in Paris think of Air? Like, what's?
I really think that people in Paris love Air, the audience, the real audience. Not all of them, not everybody, but the guys who know the band, who buy the records, they love them.
Yeah.
And maybe some of the journalists don't now because they used to when it was hype, when it was great to be from the first ones who discovered them.
Right.
After that, when the audience came and the records sold, it's not good anymore to like them. So
Yeah.
the press began to hit them. But I'm really sure the audience love them, and we'll see tonight. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm sure I'm right. I'm sure they'll have a great success tonight.
Tears from your eyes now. Would I be the one to bring back the tears? Would I be the one to bring back? Would I be the one to bring back the tears from your eyes? Is it what I want to scrape all the juice from your blues now? Is it what I want to scrape off the juice
New York Magazine, October 26, 1998. If irony is, as many a critic has noted, the defining stance of postmodernity, then Air is on a mission to bring the whole smirking era to an end. And the Paris duo has chosen the most unlikely forum, gorgeously mellow 60s-inflected electronic pop in the quest to restore earnestness. Most of the time, sincerity characterizes good music, says Jean-Benoit Dunkel.
How do you describe Air's music? How do you categorize it?
It's quite difficult to label their music because they're mixing really different influence, you know?
Yeah.
What we call here 70s French music, like was doing Michel Polnareff or Serge Gainsbourg, but they have also some taste in rock, you know? They used to listen to rock when they were teenagers.
Yeah.
They like bands like Kraftwerk, they like classical music.
Yeah.
And I think there are people really intelligent when they are working in studio.
Yeah, yeah. If you're an animal, what animal would you be?
Me?
Me.
I guess a cat.
Yeah? Why?
Because a cat is making his life on his own.
Uh-huh. That's good. That's good. And do you like to go to McDonald's?
No, I hate it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's junk food.
Yeah?
It's not real food.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think it's possible for people to live outside the influence of like mainstream music and culture and society?
It depends what you want to know in music, if you're open-minded or not, you know? You can, you know, go to McDonald's, listen to Mariah Carey, and, I don't know, drive a usual car, you know, but you can try also to read different books, listen to different kind of music. It's possible in Paris.
It's up to the person?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. It depends of your state of mind.
Yeah.
We are actually. Compared to the record. Roger, you want some fries with that? What? You want some fries with that?
No.
Sometimes
I love that.
I'm fed up because in fact that's powerful when there is several voices, and when I'm alone that's a little chicken, you know, chicken voice.
You nervous, Nicolas?
So much.
So much to do. So much to give. Up on these little times.
Lyrics. And be a beat. Brian wants to do it a little bit faster.
A little bit because
Show me a new version of All I Need.
Oh yeah.
They have some ideas for All I Need.
Yeah, show me a version of All I Need.
Come on.
Come on, Roger. Roger.
All I need is a little time. Time to slip away. All I need is a little too much. Get away.
how can you be like that? You're so cool. You're not stressed.
That's the thing. We're not in our hometown. Our girlfriends aren't here. Our parents aren't here. So you have 3 times the pressure that we do. It's really that.
You know, tonight, more than that, my parents, my mother, meet Jane's parents.
Oh really? For the first time?
For the first time.
Oh, not tonight!
And they see you.
No, that's crazy. Why would they do that?
Imagine if it was a normal situation. I mean, one night my mother meet them. I would be like that.
No,
But now it's not enough.
Oh!
Plus this, I have a show to do it in front
that's
of
so
all my
bad.
pussy.
Mad.
Watch. Let's start. Kind of start. Kind of start. Let's 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 start. The bass. The bass interlude. You know, like
Dude, I was
every
so
time.
dope.
Every
That,
time.
I used to think that was the dopest
I
shit.
know, like, because it was so quiet, and everyone would like go, oh shit.
But it was a bunch of dumb punks, and they're like letting the bass player rip.
Yeah.
Like the Sesame Street version.
Scooby-Doo, where are you? For you now. Scooby-Doo, where are you? Help from you now.
Don't look now, Scoop. It's the creeper.
What?
Why? I choose that life.
Wow! Bravo.
You don't have to work at the hardware store. You know what's on TV at this time?
Ah.
I could be in my sofa with my
Yeah. Watching what?
What's your favorite? Friends.
Yeah, man.
Did you
find out what happened at the end of Friends?
No, the end of.
They all just started fucking.
No. I make some pronostic that song. Yeah. I'm sure that, in fact, all the wedding of Ross will be a mess because of Rachel. And then, at that time, she will go back in Rachel. But so Rachel now, she realized now that she didn't love him anymore. She will realize that she made a big mistake and she broke Ross' life. It would put a lot of pressure on her. And so what happened? That I'm sure that would be a special guest or someone, a great actor like Brad Pitt or something like that. And she will fall in love with him. And Ross, his life will be horrible because he has left his English wife and Rachel will left him. And so it will be horrible for him.
This is the end of the documentary, the cliffhanger.
That's a French slider.
I'm like Paris 1998. I'm like a tree with my leaves in the breeze. Can't breathe in the air with my boots underneath. Because I be all I wanna be. When I wanna be, it's unbelievable when I say it. Cause I be, I'm
Wait.
Hey, is there any French people in the audience tonight?
Yeah!
That's
Okay.
It's just a gig.
Merci bien.
I'll go like this. You on camera. Oh shit. Forest fire. Fuck. Forest fire.
Avec le 02. 02, un petit, alors je pense que... Tu peux confirmer Christophe? Yes. Ok.
a short time because the show was so
Good.
short, nervous, intense.
We'll look for your phone. We'll look
Okay.
for it, okay?
But it was so great, you know. Since the beginning of the rehearsing, I thought of that day.
Playing
In
tonight.
Paris. Everybody was there, you know.
Yeah.
And we did it.
Yeah.
And now everything can happen. I don't care.
I told you.
You don't come to it?
Qu'est-ce que vous pensez de la culture américaine?
Ils ont pas de culture.
Bah, ils ont pas de culture. Bah,
Ils mangent trop.